If you're running a pooper scooper business and you're not able to grow, there's a good chance you're not charging enough for services. This video, I'm going to break down the top 3 signs that you need to raise your prices because let's be honest, you're probably working way too hard to be underpaid. Let's get into it. For those who don't know, my name is William. I'm the president of a 7-figure pooper scooper business in the Pacific Northwest and the founder of the Poop Scoop Millionaire community on School. When we first started our dog waste removal business, we were charging a little over $70 a month on average. Fast forward a few years now, and at our second location, we're now charging over $120 a month on average for fulfilling the exact same work. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I like getting paid almost double what we were before. It enables us to grow our business, reinvest into our employees, and ultimately create a bigger impact. So let's get into some of the telltale signs you aren't charging enough. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly what you can do about it to help raise your prices and ultimately build a better business for yourself, for your family, and for your employees. Let's get into it. Probably one of the most obvious and also the most painful reason and telltale sign that you're not charging enough money for your pooper scooper services is that at the end of the month, you don't have enough money to actually reinvest into your business. See this happen all the time, especially with new pooper scoopers. They set their prices in a way so that they can pay their bills, they can get by, they can get customers without hearing a lot of no's. But when they go to hire their first employee, whether they got 80, 90, 100, 120 customers, they don't have enough margin in their business to actually cover the wages of that employee and also pay themselves anything out of the business. Their margins basically go down to zero, making it nearly impossible to scale your business unless you want to just not make any money for a meaningful period of time. So that's kind of the first thing. If you're in this situation, really the only way out of it is to gradually raise your prices or drastically raise your prices. You're going to need to get that to a point where your margin can support hiring other employees to fulfill the work. I know it's easy to get into the trap of, oh, I just quit my job and maybe I was only making $25, $30 an hour, so maybe I only need to charge about that, a little bit more to cover my business expenses. That is simply not the case. You need to make sure you're setting your prices in a way that you can scale the business, and you should just assume that an employee is going to be fulfilling all their work within the business and you still need to make a profit afterwards. The other thing that makes it difficult for people to scale is not just the employee part, but also getting new customers for your pooper scooper business. If you're not charging enough, you're not going to have enough margin to actually invest into advertising. When you're a smaller company, you're going to be investing a lot bigger percentage of your marketing budget to go out and get clients. And that will gradually go down over time as you start to get referrals and things like that. But that initial boost, especially if you want to grow fast, you're going to have to spend some money on marketing. And again, if you're not charging enough, you're not going to have the margins there. You're not going to be able to do it, and you're going to get stuck in your business. So that's the first sign. The next sign that you're not charging enough is that you have really high conversion rates. If you're closing anywhere between 70, 80, 90, 100% of all the leads that come into your business, there's a good chance you are not charging enough. It is totally normal to have resistance, and if you actually math it out, if you're closing a lower percentage, but customers are paying you 30, 50, 70, sometimes even 100% more than your original prices, you're gonna make a lot more money in the long run, even if your conversion rate is a little bit lower. So if you're closing a really high percentage, I highly recommend you go back and look at your pricing because it's only gonna hurt you in the long term if your customer lifetime value is low. So the next sign is a little bit more data driven, and it's something you can actually look at and work to continuously improve within your pooper scooper business. And that's going to be your customer lifetime value. If you have a really low customer lifetime value, there's a high likelihood your pricing is one of the issues. Not only is that one of the main drivers to actually increase your customer lifetime value, it also is an indicator that you're attracting the right customers. If you're on the bottom of the market, you're charging the cheapest prices, you don't have money to reinvest into your business, you're likely going to attract some of the worst customers, people that are going to be extremely budget sensitive. If something happens in the economy or something happens in their personal life, you might be on the chopping block first before some other expenses. Versus you're a more established company, you charge higher prices, everything's professional, everything's more premium. Those customers are typically going to stick around a lot longer. At Swoop Scoop, our customers stay close to 2 years on average, and we're charging over $100 a month, making our lifetime value anywhere between $2,500 and $3,000 depending on the location. So if you can get the numbers that we have, you're going to have a much easier time scaling versus having a customer lifetime value where they maybe only stick around for 10 months and you're only charging $70 on average. That's $700 versus $3,000 is a major difference. And in our company, I'm going to be able to spend many more times in a multiple of marketing dollars than you can, and we're gonna just drown out those companies that don't have a strong LTV and just continue gobbling up market share. So that's why it's so important to make sure you are charging enough. As I said, you're not gonna be able to hire employees, you're not gonna be able to reinvest into marketing, you're probably gonna be attracting lower end customers that are gonna cancel and cause you a lot of headaches. So please charge enough. If you are not charging enough, I actually have a free resource for you right here on YouTube. It talks about how we raised our prices last year, and it instantly put $200,000 to our bottom line. So if you want to see exactly how we did that, with also only losing less than 0.1% of our customer base, go ahead and check out that video. It's for free right here on YouTube. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a great day, and happy scooping.